Welcome to CYTRIO. Today, we will demonstrate how CYTRIO platform can help organizations operationalize and automate CCPA data subject rights management, also known as DSAR management. Before we dive into the demo, let us walk through CCPA data rights. CCPA provides consumers and employees control over their personal information. These rights include right to access, right to delete, and right to do not sell. CCPA impacts any company that is over $25 million in revenue, irrespective of where they're domiciled. In order to comply with the CCPA requirements, companies must implement these 7 essential capabilities. First, the company needs to have the ability for the consumer to submit their data requests. Second, they must have the ability to verify the data subject identity. Third, they need to have the ability to triage and orchestrate the response process. Fourth, they need to have the ability to search and identify all PI data that belongs to the requester in response to a data request. Number 5, they need to have the ability to review and approve before they share the information with the requester. 6, they need to have a secure mechanism to communicate and share personal information with the requester. And finally, 7, they need to maintain a detailed audit record of everything they have done in response to a data request. As you can see, in today's digital world, every company is challenged with data sprawl, where data, especially personal data, is stored across terabytes of data spread across hundreds of data stores. In our survey of 5,000 plus companies, what we found is over 85% of the companies are using manual processes, such as using email to allow the consumers to submit the data requests. And then in the back end, manually assigning the task to somebody to go around and collaborate with various stakeholders in the company to collect PI data that belongs to the requester, and then collate the information, review that information before they share that. The end result is, today companies are spending over 10 hours on average to respond to a single DSAR request. Just assume that if a company receives 10 requests a month, that company is spending today over $160,000 a year in responding to these DSAR requests. In addition to that, regulations like GDPR and CCPA are actively enforced. At CYTRIO, we have a cloud-native SaaS data privacy rights management platform. At the core of the platform is automated data discovery of all PI data at scale and correlation of the PI data with the data subject identity. Built on top of this foundation are 2 modules we are going to walk you through today. First, we have Privacy Center, which is a consumer-facing portal that allows consumers to quickly and easily submit their data requests. Second, Administrative Console that allows security and privacy professionals to collaborate and leverage built-in workflows to respond to incoming data requests. At the end of the day, our goal is to reduce the cost of DSAR rights management by up to 80+% and reduce the time to respond to from weeks and months down to a few hours. At this time, let us cut over and look into the demo of the product. Okay, let's dive into the demo. Let us start with the Privacy Center, which is a consumer-facing portal. Let's assume that Jane Smith, who is a customer of Dreamit Ventures, would like to exercise her privacy rights. When she logs into the portal, she will click on Submit Request button, which will bring her up to the screen where she'll be able to submit her request. She'll select herself as a consumer, and she would like to exercise her right to access, which basically means that she would like to get a copy of the information that Dreamit has collected about her. She'll select the right and then click Submit button. As you can see, it's a very simple 2-step process. Request number 122, right to access, as submitted by Jane Smith, is in process. At this time, she will log off and wait for the company to inform her when the request is ready to be downloaded. Next, let us look at the administrative console, where the security and privacy teams collaborate to respond to data requests. First thing you will see is the DSR dashboard. DSR dashboard provides the company with a high-level overview of how well the company is performing with regard to data requests. To start with, at the top, you'll see the total number of requests that the company has received within the time period chosen, which is the last 30 days. Next, it'll tell you how many requests are in progress, how many are completed. On the right, it'll provide you with SLA metrics such as failed requests, total requests overdue, and the average response time to requests. Any of these data points can be drilled to get into the details. So let's click right now on in progress to review the request that we just submitted, which is right to access request number 122. Double clicking on that will take us into the workflows. You will see at the top, it provides information about the request that was made and who made the request and who the reviewer is. Next, you'll see the identity validation has already been completed. The system will automatically perform that task, thus eliminating the manual process. In addition to that, the system has already gone and identified all the data that belongs to this requester by automatically searching through various data sources, identifying the personal information that belongs to this requester, collating that information together, and then presenting it for the reviewer. Now, the system is waiting for the reviewer to review the information before it completes the request and informs the consumer, Jane Smith, that the report is ready to be downloaded. At this time, as a reviewer, you'll click on the review button to view the report that's going to be shared with Jane Smith. And as you can see here in this report, certain data is masked, such as credit card information or social security number. This is done because the law requires sensitive personal information, such as credit card numbers, should not be shared, even with the requester. Once the reviewer is comfortable with information that's going to be appearing and shared with the requester, at this time, the reviewer will go and approve this request. At this time, the system will take over, pull all this information into a nice PDF report, and send an email to the requester informing Jane Smith that her report is ready to be downloaded. At this time, the data requester will log into the Privacy Center. As you can see here, request number 122, right to access, status is changed to complete. And Jane Smith will be able to click on the download report button to download and review her personal information. In addition to that, CYTRIO also provides companies the ability to generate periodic, weekly, monthly, quarterly reports that can be emailed to executive team members. As we all know, executives would prefer to receive periodic emails or reports instead of logging into SaaS applications or consoles. So this report will provide these executives a high-level overview of the data the company has collected about their consumers, where it is stored, what information is being collected. In addition to that, it also provides executives a summary view into how many requests the company received and how well the company is performing in responding to those requests, and what the average response time is in responding to those requests. Finally, the report also provides executives with a view into how many customers are exercising their data privacy rights. So as you can see here, this report can be emailed to multiple executives on a periodic basis automatically through the product. The all-in-one CPRA solution is able to reduce CCPA DSR management costs by up to 80%. CPRA can also reduce response times to DSRs from weeks and months down to few hours. We encourage you to download a free trial and give it a try. Please scan the QR code on the screen to sign up for a free trial. Thank you for your time.